Every day, the garden is showing more and more signs of spring. The leaves unfurl and the grass begins to grow. The birds build their nests and the sun grows warmer on my skin. This time always feels like a fresh start to me, a new beginning full of hope. In this video, I want to talk about such a time in my own life, not too long ago. A little over 3 years ago, my ex-husband left me and never came back. I've thought about speaking about this for a long time, and I've never been brave enough before. But I've come to appreciate that during that time, it was other people, their own stories and their kindness that helped me get through. So I'm making this video in the hopes that it can find those who need it and help them trust in the magic of new beginnings. In some ways, my life doesn't look all that different now than it did back then. I still create as often as I can, and I still worship the beauty of slow moments. In so many more ways, though, it's unrecognizable. When I was left, everything I knew to be true fell apart. It was one of the hardest things I've ever experienced. But in time, it became clear to me that I'd been set free. The relationship had been a space of comfort that I would have been too afraid to leave myself. But with hindsight, I can see now that it wasn't right for either of us, and it was hindering us both from growing into the people we were meant to be. Nonetheless, being left in that way felt so incredibly vulnerable, as though I was navigating the world without my skin, and yet didn't know how to grow a new one. But by seeking support in friendship, in family, and from a therapist, I was able to have the strength to get through days, and then weeks, and then months. In this period of transformation, so many neglected patterns and insecurities which had been hidden in the comfort of my relationship came to the surface, allowing me to face them and gradually let go. At the time, I thought I was growing in order to have the chance to go back to my old life, to heal what was broken. But gradually, I found myself waking up in the mornings filled with optimism for the future and the mysteries it held. I realized that I was being given a second chance at creating a life that was right for me. I now had the freedom to dream again, and all of my choices were completely my own. No more compromises. With this in mind, I moved to Oxfordshire, somewhere I'd wanted to live for a very long time. I rented a little flat in a village and, within my small budget, decorated it exactly as I wanted. I bought a king-size bed just for me and learnt to sleep stretched out in the middle of it. I'd been in a relationship since I was 19, and so I realised that I didn't really know who I was on my own. And in this quiet little flat with only my cat and my thoughts for company, I had all the time in the world to get to know myself. I learnt what foods I like to eat, what films I like to watch. I learnt that I was more sociable than I had once thought I was. Now I was no longer in the cocoon of a codependent relationship. I pushed myself to be brave and make new friends. I travelled and I learnt for the first time to put all of my nurturing energy into myself instead of another person. And when I was ready, I started dating again. Now that I knew myself a little better than when I was 19, I knew what qualities I valued in other humans and the type of people that I would like to spend time with. This led me to meeting Alex, who is everything I could have dreamed of finding in another human. And now, 3 years later, we share a simple life full of quiet chaos, endless conversation, meal times that stretch out for hours, and a shared appreciation for flowers and sunrises, birds, the stars, and the moon. We share a home full of love and animal hair, and a future full of shared dreams.
I love you.
Around my neck, I wear a locket that I put on not long after I was left. It says, "Trust in the magic of new beginnings." Whenever I'm scared to begin a new chapter in life, in whatever way that may be, I want to remember how much of the goodness I have is owed to the time in which I walked hand in hand with fear and started over. I've got a very needy Lupa behind me. Recently I've been struggling quite a lot with how much to share and how much not to share on this space on the internet, because in some ways I feel like the best way to connect to others is to be brave and be vulnerable. And I'm always amazed, Lupa agrees, I am always amazed by how much other people decide to open up to me when I share something vulnerable, and it can be really, really scary. So I really appreciate that. I truly, truly do. And I appreciate everybody who takes the time to come and spend their energy on watching my videos as well. And if you watch this video because you're going through something like the topic that I discussed, then firstly, I just wanted to say that you are doing great. Even just having the bravery to watch a video talking about that on the internet when it could be quite triggering it shows that you're doing so well. So I'm sending you a huge hug, and it will get easier. I also wanted to share that for my own purpose of sharing in a way that feels comfortable to me, I've decided that I'd like to continue videos like this where I do talk about important things, and I will also share a little bit more personal kind of sit-down chat videos where I get more in depth with lots of different topics that feel scary to just throw into the void, and it feels scary to not have any control over who watches or sees them. So I have created a membership option where if somebody wants to have the option of spending a little bit more time with me or connecting in a bit of a deeper way, then that's a possibility, because I guess the other option for me was that I stopped sharing as deeply and vulnerably as I have been, and I really didn't want that. So on my memberships I'm also going to share some meditation videos and lots of wallpapers, and there'll also be the option for downloadable prints on a monthly basis as well, and a community Discord. I'm new to Discord, so I'm really excited about learning all about it, and I'm hoping that it will be this safe space where people feel that they can come and connect to others, whether they're feeling lonely or they're just not feeling fulfilled in the way that they're connecting in their life already, or they just resonate with the vibe of my little space here on the internet, and they want to be more involved with it. It will be a space where we can talk about all the fun, deep topics, where we can introspect and hold space for each other and be vulnerable ourselves and be accepted just the way we are, with no judgment, so long as we're kind. So whether or not you decide to join me there on my memberships, I just wanted to say that, again, I really, really appreciate you being here and spending your time here with me. I had quite an intense therapy session earlier, so I'm feeling very raw and vulnerable, and my throat's really scratchy, in case you couldn't tell. And it's made me even more grateful for just how kind all of you humans are that spend your time here in this corner of the world, in this corner of the internet. I will be uploading the first video to my memberships very shortly, within the next few days, which will be a more personal and in-depth sit-down chat on this topic that we've talked about, on my divorce and how I got through that. So if you'd like to see me there, then I would absolutely love to have you in that space. And if not, then again, thank you for being here and take care. Bye bye.